Hello there, Leo. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your new love reading for you singles out there for September 2023. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you. Let's get right into September and see what we've got coming out for you guys. Of course, one of the more exciting aspects of September, to kick it off with the bang, is September 3rd. Venus goes direct in your sign here, Leo. So this is really quite wonderful. Of course, Venus has been retrograde since I think July 22nd it was, and this has caused some people some grief. It's been connections might start and then fizzle out. Maybe you've just been bumping into people where all they want is just, a quick little fling and, one and done kind of thing. Maybe you've been having trouble even meeting new people. You may have had some other priorities out there. All right. But maybe you've even been focused on yourself. We've got a 9 of Pentacles coming out here for you at the bottom of the deck. So perhaps you've been feeling a little bit lackluster. Perhaps you've been feeling as though, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to focus on love at the moment. I'm just going to focus on me. I've got some goals. I've got some things that I want to accomplish. So the 9 of Pentacles is actually a really positive energy. It's one of success and abundance. And it is one of independence though as well. So with this being at the bottom of the deck, it may be that in your quest for love, you're looking for somebody that isn't going to rob you of your independence, someone who is going to still give you some freedom, right? Isn't going to try and control you in any area of your life, really. Right? So someone who's really going to be happy to allow you to be you and just be part of your wonderfulness that, you embrace. So some very interesting energy there. I mean, we do all want to maintain a sense of independence, right? So I think you know your worth, you know who you are. But I also do think that you've got some underlying goals that you've been trying to achieve here. And this could be, just kind of impacting your path towards finding that love, right? You got some other things on the mind. But the 9 of Pentacles is also about treating yourself well and doing things nice for yourself. Maybe even practicing some self-love. Haha. Would you look at that? So the energy of self-love comes in here. Pay attention to yourself, your goals, your dreams. Do something nice for yourself. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And yes, it is. Love starts from within. Happiness starts from within. And when we focus on self-love, self-care, we focus on the things that make us happy, we shine a beautiful light externally. And this, in essence, attaches this magnetic attraction to other people. And you really do attract the people that match your vibration that you're putting out. So let's put out love and happiness and joy and confidence and all of that wonderful vibe of yours. And then this is what's going to come back to you. But do something nice for yourself there, Leo, even if you haven't already. Loyalty, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being very green, very connected with your heart chakra. Okay, your heart is open, you are loyal, you're dedicated, and maybe this is what you're calling in, right? Maybe you're done with the one and dones, you're done with the little flings, you're done with the dating scene, and you're like, you know what? I am strong, I am powerful, I'm courageous, and I am loyal, and this is what I want to attract back to me too. So be loyal to your goals, be loyal to yourself, all right, your values, okay, and know your worth, right? And I think you are going to attract someone in that will match what it is you're looking for. We have present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Remember, the active energy is here and now. It's not the past. It's not the future. It's today. So live for the moment. Live in the here and now. Live for today. And trust that whatever intentions that you set today will already set the wheels in motion. So if you're manifesting love into your life, as a lot of people are, even if you don't know that you are, okay, we consciously or subconsciously manifest things into our lives all the time. So this is just a reminder here that the energy that you put out there comes back to you. And yes, we can manifest things that we don't want as well as things that we do want. Where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your attention? All right, so just make sure that you are aware of that. We all go down into a little rabbit hole every once in a while. We all get a little bit negative. We all feel the stress and the strain, especially when we're trying to find that love. We want, we want what other people have, right? So, but just remember, in that energy is the energy that you put out there today is what you attract back today. I also do think with the present energy here is about being present and, really, living for the moment, living for today, right? And kind of like a Six of Cups energy is that, yes, we may sometimes, get in an energy of reflection. And as we head into September, we've got Mercury retrograde up until the 15th, until it goes direct. We've got Jupiter going retrograde on the 4th in the sign of Taurus, which actually isn't really that bad. Some of you might actually have a little bit of luck there, but it's also very down to earth, practical, and slows us down a little bit. Okay. We do have a number of, and of course we do, of course, have Venus retrograde that has been there for a while. So in this energy, you may be finding yourself a little bit reflective. You might be looking at your past, and you might be kind of revisiting things over and over again in your mind. And this is where you can actually gain some wisdom. But remember that the things that have happened in your past, yes, there are things you can learn from. They're the things that are the building blocks of your foundation, the building blocks of who you are, right? Sometimes the things that we experience mold us and shape us and form us into the people that we are today, right? And, have we overcome things? Have we let things control us? And, if you feel as though you're in an energy where your past is controlling your present, then I do feel as though we've got this energy here in the month of September to break out of that, to break out of a rut, to break free from that energy, especially right around the end of August, if you're seeing this reading by then, because the end of August, we have full moon, August 30th, 31st, and we've got Uranus that is in retrograde for 5 months. Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, and Aquarius is a freedom-loving sign, very futuristic in its energy. Uranus is the planet of evolution and rebellion. And this is where we can really break free and break out of an old cycle and some old energies that we just don't want to carry us forward, right? And so I do feel a big breakout energy for a lot of you, right? There's just a lot of things going on. And I think this is all pointing you into your present and your future. And instead of allowing the past to dictate anything or to control you anymore, I think you're going to actually learn some wisdom from it and use that wisdom and apply that going forward. Because for some of you here, it's been a long journey. We've got the Ten of Swords. Ow. Okay. The Ten of Swords is a painful end. All right. Now, this is the energy that you're embodying right now, the energy that you're putting out there, the energy that's active in your world at this time, the most prevalent. And the Ten of Swords is an ending, a completion of a cycle, a completion of something. So this could be where you come to a final conclusion, you come to a final decision. This is where you're reviewing past hurts and issues and challenges in regards to love and relationships. And you're maybe even reviewing and reflecting on the pain that you have endured in that energy. But the great thing is here with this energy is what we're cleansing and purging right now, right? The end of the road, the end of a cycle, the end of a chapter, the end of an era. Things are about to get easier going forward. I think you're going to get some deeper understanding about things that have gone on in your life. And I think you're going to be figuring out with a lot more clarity about what you want going forward. It's all in preparation for love. It's all in preparation to, really put yourself out there and embrace and attract what it is that you're looking for. The Ten of Swords could possibly represent that you do need to take care of yourself in that self-love energy, because the swords, they're like little sharp daggers. So maybe you've got a tension headache. You might have some shoulder pain, maybe some back pain, things like that. And part of your self-love, we do have a Knight of Pentacles here. Maybe you treat yourself to a massage or a chiropractor or something like that, or maybe even like an afternoon at the spa or something, just something where you can, kind of feel a little bit of relief. Okay, even if it's something free that you can do, go for a walk, maybe at the beach is calling you or something, or maybe there's some hobby or something that you can pick up that makes you feel good, that is a stress relief or something, or that helps you to feel a little bit more calm and at peace, okay, rather than this Ten of Swords energy. But I do think that You are clearing the path, clearing the way to find love in your life. Now, we've got the Knight of Pentacles coming in here as well. So this could be you putting yourself out there. This could be you putting some, investing in yourself a little bit. This is the energy that you're embracing. And the Knight of Pentacles is very slow. Slow and steady wins the race, right? One foot in front of the other. Very patient energy, but also very detailed energy here in this, right? And we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I think you're maybe really trying to turn a negative into a positive, really trying to see how you can make improvements with yourself, with your life. But I think you're also being really patient in your journey forward and knowing that things are going to get better. And the Five of Pentacles in the reverse can represent a little bit of relief. It's still a challenging card, okay, but things are getting better. And this is turning a lack mentality into an abundant mentality, okay? And it's very hard to do that sometimes, right? So I do think you're turning a corner. I do think you're turning a page here. And I think you're creating something very wonderful. This is the artist energy. Now, number one, you are a creative person anyway. You're full of inspiration, full of ideas. Maybe you are quite artistic. Maybe you're a photographer, a writer, a painter, a poet, whatever that happens to be. And so perhaps here in this energy is that you've been focusing on some of your own talents or developing your talents or doing things that make you get a little bit lost in your creativity in some way. I feel that if you've been having creative blocks, I think those are going to get released here. And if you've been feeling like a lackluster, lack of energy, lack of inspiration, right, I think this is going to turn around for you as well. And it probably really does have to do with that Venus retrograde that's been in your sign, right? Whew, man, okay, it can be really good for some people, but for other people, it's like a very slow, mundane energy and with a lot of challenges, right? And of course, Venus does affect matters of the heart, matters of your resources and things like that. So, it's like things have been a little bit dry, okay, for the last little while, but I think things are about to change. All right. Now, the artist bringing in some creative energy with the Five of Pentacles in reverse here could represent that there's starting to be some things blossoming in your life, Knight of Pentacles, and your patience is going to be rewarded. Your patience is paying off in that energy. And it's not always easy to be patient, right? We're, in our the way the world is right now, instant gratification. And so being patient is a little bit of a challenge, okay? But I think that you're ready, you're getting yourself ready, or you are ready right now to put yourself out there, granted, albeit dipping a toe in the water, maybe a little bit slowly with that Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles can also indicate for some of you what you've been working towards. So perhaps you've been focused on your career path. Maybe there's something that you've been trying to get on the go there. Maybe you've been focusing on a new job or make some more money, that kind of thing. So it's been a little bit slow going in that energy, but I think that you're going to get some sort of relief there in that. Maybe you got some more money coming in. You might have a job offer coming in, because the Knight of Pentacles can quite often bring in an offer or an opportunity for you. It can be an invitation. It can be a gift coming in here as well. But it is also that energy of slow and steady win the race, and pay attention to the details when we get the Knight of Pentacles. And because we do have Mercury retrograde for the first half of September, and Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Virgo, very earthy energy, and Virgo is a very detail-oriented sign. So this is where you're maybe trying to get your thoughts in order here with the Ten of Swords. You're trying to think more positively. You're trying to turn over a new leaf. And I think here in this energy, you are reflecting on things and you are reviewing past situations and circumstances, and you're like, okay, you know what? Now I know how to move forward. I know that things are going to get better. And so this is where you're maybe gaining a little bit of insight or wisdom, and especially on what you want out of a relationship. The energy coming in, activating for you in the month of September is the King of Swords. So lines of communication are open. Now, the King of Swords can represent a particular person that you're talking to. Maybe you've already met this person, maybe you haven't. Okay, but the King of Swords as a person is somebody who is very mature, highly intellectual, very smart, very sharp. right? Sharp as a tack, okay? Very logical thinker. They can probably talk about pretty much any subject under the sun, and you might actually even find them quite fascinating in that energy. But they are very logical. They're very decisive. Okay, they're honest and truthful because this King of Swords is in the upright. So this could be someone very intriguing that you are talking to or that you're starting to talk to. Now, the King of Swords can also just be a communication kind of energy. And with this energy coming in, the focus is on communication. Now, this King of Swords throughout these singles readings keeps on popping up. Okay, pretty much every reading so far is, if I can remember correctly. So communication really is highlighted in the month of September. And we do have retrograde the first half of September, so very cautious with your communication. We can have technology snafus, we can have email issues, but we can also have people coming back from the past. Okay, now I can hear a collective groan, right? And you're like, oh God, I don't want anyone back from the past. I'm trying to like break away. I'm trying to break free. But here's the thing. If someone does come back from the past, the Eight of Cups, you're walking away. Right? The Eight of Cups is going, no, you know what? There's nothing left for me. I don't feel anything. So sometimes when we get people, coming out of the woodwork during retrograde season, which we're very fully in, by the way, in September, we've got, I think at one point in September, we've got like 7 planets in retrograde, or maybe it's 6. It's enough, right? And, so I think here that you're going to be gaining clarity because the King of Swords has clarity, a sense of purpose, very decisive energy. And with the Eight of Cups coming in here, I think that if you are talking to somebody or if someone does come in, try and wheedle their way back into your life, the Eight of Cups, there's no emotion left there. And this can actually represent a little bit of a closure for you in that energy, right? The power to say no, the power to walk away, the power to understand that, you know what, maybe I've been pining for this person for all the wrong reasons because, you know what, I don't feel nothing. So this can be a really big epiphany moment for you in this energy. Now, it doesn't necessarily even mean that they try and come back in or that they do show up physically. This can be something that you're thinking about, right? Your matters of the mind. And perhaps you are a little bit pensive. You are a little bit reflective in this energy. And, as we reflect, as we think back, as we kind of open up our mind a little bit, this is where you may discover that, you know what, I'm thinking about this person, but I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't feel sad. I don't feel anything. So it's a beautiful breakthrough kind of energy for you. I do feel that some of you here with the Eight of Cups, okay, I think that you are in transition mode because the Eight of Cups, yes, it can be about letting something go and moving forward into past unknown, into something new, or making all the right moves forward to step into something that you really want, desire, something that you've wished for. Because of course, the next card after the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So in order to find our wish, to follow our dreams, to, fully open and embrace the blessings that we've got, sometimes we do really need to get that final closure on things from our past. Our old chapter is said and done. You're about to enter a new era and a new chapter. We do have the Queen of Swords coming in here also. So the Queen of Swords clarifying the King of Swords could be a very matchy kind of energy, right? Be complementary energy, partners. Okay, soulmate energies, right? The King and Queen of Swords together. Man, I'd like to be a fly on the wall for some of those conversations. They're probably pretty interesting and probably pretty maybe weird or maybe very cerebral. The King and Queen of Swords can learn from each other, right? But highly communicative kind of energy. So communication very much is the focus in the month ahead. But the Queen of Swords here can also, really help you to gain wisdom and understanding and insight, but can also really help you to put up some boundaries. The Queen of Swords is very much the card that we want to see when we're saying, no, sorry, Bob, no way. It's also the card that we want to see when we do need a little bit of energetic help to put up boundaries and to, stay back, Jack. Okay, so I do think that for some of you here, it's a resounding no from someone from your past. And it's just really the opportunity, either energetically, memory-wise, or in person, to get that closure that maybe you've been missing. And this can really bring you some freedom. But with the King and Queen of Swords, we have the Lovers card. Now, this is super duper interesting in this energy. Okay, first and foremost, communication is the key. The Lovers card is Gemini energy, and Mercury, our little friendly planet there, is the ruler of Gemini. So Mercury probably plays one hell of a key role for you in the month ahead, if it's not already, because it's already in retrograde as I put up this reading. So you might have some communication starts and stops, okay, but communication is the order of the day. So I do feel that those lines of communication are opening up for you, and you might have the opportunity to talk to people, or at least meet some people, right, and get yourself, kind of get all your ducks in the row there. The Lovers card is also soulmate energy. And of course, we do have the Queen and the King of Swords both coming out there. So in that energy, you are attracting in, you are calling in a soulmate. Now, just be a little bit aware with this energy, though, because the thing is that for some of you, this is a time of harvest. Things are blossoming for you. Connections, or the doors are opening. You're making new connections. And some of you have the potential here to fall head over heels in love. For others of you, this is a big preparation energy in the first part of the month. And then you're going to see those tables turn. Okay, you're going to see the tide turn for you, and you're getting in alignment. So you have some decisions to make about what it is that you want out of love, right? Do you want someone you can talk to? Do you want someone that is a good provider? Do you want someone that's honest? Both the King and Queen of Swords, incredibly honest, okay? Like sometimes brutally honest, okay? It's like, but it's also, this energy where, you again may need to make some very important decisions about what you want out of love, right? Or if in some cases you are ready for love. Right? So it's this big turning point for some of you here in this energy. But yes, the Lovers card can certainly represent a soulmate coming in for you, someone who can really match your intellect, match your talent, probably someone that's very interesting to be around. But I don't think that communication is going to be an issue for you. But the Lovers card also represents a choice. What do you choose? Do you choose to be stuck in the past? Do you choose to push someone away? Do you choose love? The choice is yours, my friends. The choice is very much yours. So we have as a challenge for you, we've got a Six of Pentacles coming in here. And the Six of Pentacles is actually a really good card. Okay, and in your challenge position, it's not entirely the same as it being in the reversed. All right, so it's not a complete disruption of energy, but it is a little bit of a roadblock for you, right? So it's a challenge rather than a reversal. So in the Six of Pentacles, you may be in a situation where you do need to find balance in your life. The King and Queen of Swords can represent you really getting clear on where you do need to put up healthy boundaries and where you do need to find more balance. Do you have time for love? Or are you spending so much time at work and with other people that you just have no spare time? So this is an invitation for you, and part of that challenge for you in the month ahead is to find some time, right? To find a healthier balance in your life there. This can also represent that it's a challenge to find somebody who complements your energy, right? Because when we get that Six of Pentacles, this can be two people giving and sharing and caring and loving all equally, right? Not someone that will take from you, but someone that will reciprocate what you put out there, because the Six of Pentacles is a reminder of the energy that we put out, we get back usually multiplied. So if we put out love, we get back love, right? If we put out money, we get back money. If we put out help and advice and support, then we get that back. So in a relationship, right, the Six of Pentacles represents an equal level of commitment, equal level of responsibility. And that can be a challenge to find, right? So that can be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a roadblock for some of you. But because the Six of Pentacles is showing up here, this is a possibility for you to find in your horizon. And we do have balance coming in. The Six of Pentacles, the Lovers card, two people in alignment and harmony and balance. And then we've got the King and Queen of Swords, right? So that balance, that symbiotic kind of energy. So there is this harmony and balance and reciprocity that is in your reading. So I think that if you're looking for someone who matches you wit for wit, dollar for dollar, commitment per commitment, all of these things, support and support, I think this is something that you have the ability here to attract. Okay, you just need to be open to it. The Six of Pentacles can also represent some help or some support. Okay, and sometimes that's a challenge to accept that, but it does ultimately show that there might be a little bit of a surprise for you somewhere, because the Six of Pentacles quite often can represent something a little unexpected, something that is a little bit of a surprise, but ultimately something that is good. So you might actually be the kind of person that, whether it's good or not, you might not love surprises. Okay, so maybe a friend surprises you with a blind date. Aha, here you go, Leo. All right, we're going to set you up with somebody. All right, maybe they don't tell you about it initially because they know that you might say no. Okay, and I mean, sometimes, that might be a little bit of a dirty trick, but, with the Six of Pentacles showing up there, it actually could turn out to be really positive. Okay, so there could be a surprise that you weren't expecting, and that makes you feel uncomfortable, and that makes you maybe even want to run away. Okay, but ultimately it is a positive thing that's coming in there. All right, but again, the Six of Pentacles is a reminder there, though, that the energy you put out flows back to you. So happy thoughts. Stay positive, keep your eye on love, but we want to be open and receiving as well. We don't just want to, be super obsessive over just finding love. We've heard the story over and over and over and over again in our existence. As soon as I stopped looking for love, that's when it found me. And it happens all over the place. And why? Because you're no longer focused solely on finding that love. You're just open to it. And sometimes that's all that needs to happen. And then it's like, boom, a little bit of magic happens in the air. But we do have the lines of communication open. We've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, even though this is showing up in a challenge position, it could be that there's a little bit of communication challenges. We already know that. Okay, especially the first half of the month. So I think that'll be changing for you. But in the meantime, that's a little bit of a concern. So just be grounded, be careful in your approach. Try to have a conversation with somebody in person or over the phone, because when we've got Mercury retrograde, this is where technology isn't always our friend. And all you need to do is watch my full moon in Pisces video that I put up this week. If you're watching this anytime by the 30th or 31st of August, or even a couple weeks after, actually, because, until we get to the new moon, go and check that out. I had a couple of snafus on that particular reading, right? And as much as I planned ahead with the technology, I still got bit in the butt a little bit there on that. So there's a couple little weird things on there, but we go with the flow. So technology isn't always your friend. In Mercury retrograde, emails go missing, text messages go missing, and most importantly, with the written word, what we say can very much be taken out of context or misunderstood. Okay, so just remember that, because people, even the most innocent, sentence on an email or a text message, right? It can be very simple, very innocent, don't mean anything by it, but someone may take something the wrong way, and then something may blow out of proportion. And it's really because we read the written word based on how we're feeling in that particular moment in time. So imagine if, you have somebody, you're in the middle of something, you're super busy, maybe you're having a bad day at work, maybe you're arguing with somebody, maybe someone you found out took credit for your work that you did, all of this stuff. So you're already in this element of frustration and anger and probably some mistrust, and you're feeling betrayed. And then someone sends you a text message and it says, "What are you doing?" How are you going to take that? And it's probably meant to be like, "What's up?" Right? What are you doing? What's going on? Right? And it may be very innocent, but because you're already in all of this other energy, you might take it as being controlling. Like, what are you doing? right? Or accusatory or something in some way, or what are you doing? You're supposed to be with me, or something like that. And so we can really misunderstand those written messages. So try, at least for the first couple of weeks of September, try and communicate via in person or via voice, okay, like on the phone or something like that, because that way you will get someone's tone of voice, and you will get their inflection of voice there as well. And that can turn a seemingly innocent sentence, right, into something really, really good, or something a little sketchy. All right. So just some communication issues there. I do also feel with the Knight of Swords, though, that part of the challenge might be patience. Patience. We're all a little bit impatient when it comes to finding love. We just want it to happen. We want everything wonderful. We want everything good. We want all our blessings, and we want it today. Okay, so there might be a little bit of challenge there in some patience. But we've got the Emperor energy coming in here as well. Okay, and now the Emperor is about feeling like you're in charge, feeling secure, and knowing that whatever strategy that you've got in place, whatever moves that you make, are going to pay off for you. But with this being in the challenge position, you might feel a lack of confidence in some way, especially earlier in the month here. You might be feeling a little bit uncertain. Okay. The Emperor can also represent a boss. Okay. So you could have some issues in your workplace. Somewhere there, right? Maybe communication issues, or maybe this is where you need to find a healthier balance between work and home. Someone might be very demanding of you with that Emperor card, right? Big boss wants you to work some overtime, and you're like, I need to go out and find love, And so this can be a little bit of a challenge for you to put up some boundaries, to have that important conversation if you need to have it, and get that healthier balance in there. Maybe reduce some overtime if you work overtime, or reduce some workload if you need to do that, because there could be something there in your workplace, okay? But with the Emperor energy here, I do also think that there may be a little bit of a timing issue. Okay. Or again, maybe you're just feeling a little bit uncertain or unstable. Okay. You have the ability here to take charge, and that might actually be a little bit of a challenge for you as well, if you aren't necessarily the person who would normally make the first move. Okay. We don't always want to make the first move, do we? Okay, but you might actually be thrown in a position where you do need to make the first move if you want something to happen. Okay, but the Emperor card here, I think, is very much tied in with your energy and knowing what you want, knowing how to get it. And so I think there's a little bit of clarity that you maybe need before you can move forward with finding love. It's like first we think, first we put a plan in place, and then we act, right? So otherwise things might go sideways. They might go the other way around. But ultimately we do have the Star coming in here. And, so I do think that some of you are maybe a little bit impatient with your manifestations. The Star really does always remind us about our connection with the universe and our ability to bring the universe, all of the powers of the universe, all of the abundance and blessings of the universe into our 3D world. All right, so this can be a challenge to remember that sometimes, especially if we're feeling impatient, especially if we've got things that just aren't happening, right? We feel like we're spinning our wheels. So it can be a challenge to keep the faith. But ultimately, the Star is a beautiful energy, all right, bringing us some patience and calm energy where we might feel a little bit, out of control. This brings us healing, right? Where maybe we need to heal some things. The Emperor can represent a father figure, by the way. And then with the Knight of Swords here, perhaps you're resolving some issues within a family before you can really fully embrace something there. So, yeah, thank you. I have a little voice in my head going, yeah, someone has daddy issues. And I really don't love saying that term, but if I don't say it, then they'll keep on repeating it to me. So some of you, maybe you do have some issues with a dominant parent. And this is impacting your love life in some way. So this is maybe something that you're navigating around, and maybe something that you're trying to heal from with that Star energy, right? Because in order to move forward with a healthy relationship, we maybe do need to reconcile something with our past or with our parents, right? That can be that there as well. So instead of working that out, with other people, right? We work that out internally, or we at least talk to somebody as well. But the star does bring blessings and abundance your way. It does bring faith and hope and optimism to you. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more inspired. So maybe you've been feeling a lackluster again with that Venus retrograde energy. You've been feeling a lack of inspiration, a lack of spark. Okay, and I think here that when Venus goes direct for you and when Mercury goes direct at mid-month there as well, I think this is where you're going to see some things that get a little bit easier for you. Those doors are opening for you, and this is where you're going to see something happen. But the star ultimately is a reminder that the universe is showering us with miracles and blessings. And sometimes those miracles and blessings come to fruition now, today, and sometimes it does require a little bit more patience, which of course you don't want to hear. All right. Because perfection takes time, right? And remember, in our quest for love, it's not just us that has to be ready. It has to be someone else as well. All right. Otherwise, something's just going to crash and burn. It's not going to go the distance. It's not going to work out the way we want it to or hope that it's going to. So everything does need to be in alignment there. And the stars, really the universe reminding you that the stars are aligning for you. Things are coming into alignment. So give thanks for everything you have right now. Give thanks for everything still manifesting in your life, and trust that the universe will provide, right? Not always easy to do that. Now, with the star energy, some of you are faced with, and with also the Emperor, okay, some of you are faced with a Aries, okay, or a fellow fire sign. Okay, fight fire with fire, as they say. So there could be something really interesting, okay, that someone really interesting that you meet, and passions do run deep. But perhaps part of the challenge is, finding the middle ground, okay, between the two of you, right? Because two fire signs together, a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of creativity, action, inspiration, all of those wonderful things. But sometimes it can be a little bit tiring, or sometimes we can butt heads a little bit in that energy, only because it's like both people want the same thing and everyone's gung-ho. The star energy may be an Aquarian, okay, or a fellow air sign, or another air sign other than Aquarius. We do have Gemini energy coming in here with the Lovers card. So between Aquarius and Gemini, those pesky air signs, I'm Aquarius myself, the sun sign anyway. And, it's not easy dating an air sign, whether it's Gemini, whether it's Aquarius. It doesn't matter, right? Dating an air sign or really connecting on a deep emotional level with an air sign can be challenging. Why? Because they lead with their heads, right? They're especially an Aquarian energy, freedom seeker, okay, kind of like a Sagittarian energy, likes to be free, has a good sense of independence, really looks at the big picture, probably does, put themselves out there to help other people, the humanitarian of the group, but they're the big thinker, right? They're the big thinker. They see the future, and often they do tend to be light workers in that energy, and so they could have some spiritual talents and gifts. So probably trying to getting their attention, or even finding the time to spend with them, can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge, but they can also be very infatuating, right? So there's some magnetic attraction with that, right? So sometimes you need to be very patient with the air signs. Just because, they probably very busy. They probably got a very busy mind, a lot of things on the go. But an Aquarian energy, slow to warm up, slow to trust. But once you're in, baby, you are in. Okay. Just don't ever betray an Aquarius. They'll probably just cut you off and just never talk to you again. It's just the way they go. They can turn on the cold switch pretty quickly. All right. The Gemini energy, sometimes they are a little bit back and forth, a little bit of duality in there. Okay. So you could have air sign coming in here for you guys, but ultimately the star card is blessing. Okay. It is the big yes card, but sometimes it's yes, but not today. You still need to be a little bit patient. You need to allow things to unfold the way they're meant to. Now, your overall outcome, Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. I actually love this Eight of Cups card, right? We've got this ladybug. She's a lady and she's a ladybug, right? We've got dragonflies of transformation. We've got butterflies of change and transformation. And we have swans down here. Now, swans mate for life. We've got little lovebirds up here as well. And in the Eight of Cups energy, this is the second time it's coming out. So you're ready to move forward. You're ready to walk away. You're ready to take the next steps to realize and find the love that it is that you're looking for, right? We've got all of these pairs coming in here. I love how they've done this card, right? So a lot of things changing, a lot of things evolving, and you're ready for change and evolution. So I do think that there's something that is coming to alignment for you, and we have a Knight of Cups at the same time. Okay, so maybe someone wants to go on a journey with you, or someone wants to take you out on a date. And instead of this Eight of Cups where it's a resounding no, I think this Eight of Cups with the Knight of Cups is a resounding yes. And this can be exactly your dream, your wish unfolding that you're looking for. The Knight of Cups wants to put you on that horse, give you some love and romance, and take you into your dreamland to fulfill your wishes and your dreams. So the Knight of Cups can be a wonderful, wonderful energy there, representing someone new, giving you some flowers, bringing you love and romance, bringing you offers and invitations of all kinds. Okay, so this is where you're, I think, moving forward in an incredibly positive direction with that. We have the Page of Swords, new people, communication, the Four of Cups. You might not see this coming. And we've got the Fool. We've got that new beginning right there for you. Okay, so the Page, where are we? The Page of Swords. So communication in a really positive way, new people, new discussions. The Page of Swords quite often does bring some good news. And this is where technology may work in your favor, because the Page of Swords, a little bit Aquarian in its energy, in the fact that it's an open mind, willing to try new things, but also tied with science and technology. And so this can be where technology does work in your favor, a little bit challenging earlier in the month. And then those, it's all full steam ahead for you there in that. We do have the Four of Cups, so I think that there is some invitation, offer, opportunity that's being brought forward for you, gifted for you, but you need to be ready to receive it, right? This Four of Cups, right? Dude under the tree does not look engaged. Okay, so it's like I'm looking in these cups and I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. Okay, remember, keep an open heart, keep an open mind, because on a wing and a prayer, we get this fourth cup in here, and this is exactly what you're looking for. So this is always a little bit of a reminder that yes, there is love coming in here. There's something coming in wonderfully here for you, but unless we're open to receive it, okay, then we're not going to see it, and it pass us by. Now, it is true that anything truly meant for you will not pass you by, but sometimes we've got to wait a while for it to come back around again. So why wait? All right. But the Four of Cups can also represent something coming in a little bit unexpectedly, or something that's a little bit different than what you had originally thought. So again, that open mind is what is necessary. But we do have the Fool. The Fool, new adventures, new beginnings. You're taking that leap. You're moving forward, or you're jumping into your future, paths unknown. Okay, but you're just excited to be invited to the party. So the Fool can represent new love, new beginnings, new opportunities, new adventures, all lining up, all ahead for you there. Very exciting energy. Okay, pack your bags, all right, because you're going on a journey. Do we know where it's going? No. But is it filled with love? Knight of Cups? Yes, it is. All right. So things are really unfolding for you in a wonderful way. Now, the way these monthlies work, okay, for some of you, there are things blossoming and coming to fruition for you in the month of September. You've waited long enough. You've been patient long enough. And this is where all the stars are aligning for you. For others of you, this is a reminder, this is all the energy that's being activated for you in the month of September. It's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to move forward through, right? And, and so sometimes it can take as long as 6 months to unfold for you. Not that you want to hear that, right? You have been patient for long enough, but hence that's what happens, because quite often it coincides with the moon cycles. So we've got a full moon in Aries, hello Emperor, okay, on September 29th. So this can be something blossoming for you as a result of intentions that you set and things that were that you were wanting to manifest right around that Aries new moon that we had in the spring. So reflect, Mercury retrograde, reflect back onto that time. Where was your energy? Where were you at? What were you wanting? What were you manifesting in? And then see what has unfolded for you and how things have changed for you in the last 6 months. And this might be where something is blossoming for you a week or two on either side of September, okay, maybe even into a little bit of October as we start to move forward into eclipse season is where something really might come in for you, probably like a bang, okay? But for others of you, yeah, you're setting some intentions now, you're getting yourself ready now, you've got some work to do still, okay, but set those intentions at the new moon that we have in Virgo on September 14th. Okay, because Mercury in Virgo, new moon in Virgo, right? Virgo brings some wonderful ideas, some travel, some adventure, but also really has us down to earth and patient and focused on some details. So this is where you can really be very clear with the universe about what you want to attract into your life. And then we need to allow it to unfold over the next 6 months, culminating hopefully for you in the full moon in Virgo, which is 6 months from now. Okay, so whether you are just starting your journey or whether you are midway point or something's blossoming now, got a lot of great things opening up for you. Now we have the protective nest coming in here, and this can represent a couple of different things for you guys. This can represent that, number one, Spirit is reminding you that you're always safe, you're always guided, you're always protected, Spirit's got your back, okay, and bringing you things that are good for you, bringing you the things, the connections, the people that are beneficial to you. Okay, this particular person here, we've got a bird's nest on their head and they're protecting this egg. Okay, the egg is something blossoming, something growing, but the egg is also Spirit protecting you. Now, the protective nest can also represent and be a little bit of a reminder, okay, that it's okay to put up boundaries. It's okay to protect yourself from red flags or from toxic people, but we want to make sure that we do allow the good in, and we don't want to block everything out. We don't want to hide everything in the shadows. We do want to be open. We do want to meet new people. We do want to be receptive, but we want to trust our intuition and not completely close everything off out of fear. All right, so just a big reminder there. And we do have moon dance coming in, so we've got a little bit of magic coming in there for you, okay? But the moon dance energy reminds you of your powers of manifestation to work with the moon cycles, shows you that the moon cycles may be very important for you, not just in the month of September, but also in the months to come, okay? So work with the moon cycles. This is a full moon on this card, so again, for some of you, those things are very much coming to fruition for you now. Expect to experience some massive changes ahead, but remember in the Four of Cups, right? Open, 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 okay? Be willing to see the potential of things because, of course, things that we are attracting in, people we're attracting in, they start off as a seed of potential, a seed of opportunity, and it's up to us to accept the offer and see where it goes, a la the Fool. All right, so it's a reminder of that. But for others of you, it's a reminder of the new moon, and set those intentions, because use the power of the moon to harness something in. All right. So a little bit of mystic and magic does come in with this particular moon card as well. Maybe even a little bit of love in the air there. The moon, under the moonlight, we do feel a little bit warm and fuzzy, and we do feel a little bit romantic. So maybe someone takes you on a little bit romantic evening under the stars, and there might be some love in there for you. All right. But I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are watching this video by August 31st, I am running a contest on my channel to enter to win a free personal reading. If you are watching it by the 31st, that is the deadline to enter. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment in the box down below that says I am abundant. If you missed this one, if you missed the deadline, don't worry, I will have another contest later on down the road. Subscribe to my channel anyway, hit that notification bell, and then you will see the next time that I post something and the next time that I have a contest announcement. And in the meantime, I will announce the contest winner September 4th for this one. So having said all that, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful September. I wish you all the best in your journey for love, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.